Hello everybody, and I think this is my last video before I'm going on a holiday. And since I'm going on a holiday, I think I should do something interesting before I'm away for 3 weeks. And since my channel is mainly about things that's both popular and obscure from Japan, and I have been doing stuff that are more or less popular for quite a while, let's do something that's not popular, well, obscure. This is a Duel Maid DX made by Atelier Sai. And if you have no idea what Duel Maid is, neither do I. I bought it because the illustration, well, it looks very good, and it was on sale. It was 70% off on Hobby in Japan. And I got it, and yeah, from what I heard from other people in forums is that the Duel Maid were supposed to be trading figures. They're in blind boxes, and the figure were literally trading figure quality. And for some odd reason, they decided that they're good enough that they will make them as separate figures at something like triple the price, and no one buy them. So they end up putting them on sales in most places. But yeah, as you can see, here's a standard packaging with a rather good illustration of this one, Carrera Ver.3 on the front. Yeah, pretty good. It's good illustration. If I'm buying this mainly for the illustration, I think I would be happy with it actually. Quite nicely designed character. A very nice weapon. As the name suggests, Duel Maid as in maid costume, carry heavy weapon. Yeah. So, here is the figure. And yeah, it's a bit small. So just to help me, I think we'll go with the magnifying glasses this time. So as you can see, it's a figure, pretty posable. The head is on a ball joint. The hair on the back is on a Revoltech style joint with a ratchet, so it can go up and it can rotate. And the head, I did say, is on a ball joint, so it actually can rotate 360 and wiggle around. The shoulder can actually go pretty far, but what do they call, frill? Yeah, things on the shoulder actually block it from going all the way around. But again, it's a peg swivel to peg joint, so it can come up quite a lot and can go all the direction. There's swivel underneath the shoulder, so if it's not actually freeze up, it can rotate 360. The elbow is on a swivel, so it can bend up to just less than 90, unfortunately. The hand is actually pegged in, so is the yes, and you can see why they say that they are trading figure quality. But yeah, hands are on tiny little peg, so they plug in and just rotate. There is a swivel joint at the top of the torso as well as the lower torso, so you can bend pretty naturally quite far by bending them in sequence. And in here you can see that the long skirt is actually jointed on two sides, so they can swivel out to give you some extra room, so which allows your legs to go out up to that much, and forward pretty well, backward pretty well, because it is on a ball joint again. And as you can see, there's a swivel joint at the middle of the thigh, which allows you to do 360. The knee joint allows it to bend over 90, as you can see. And once again, at the ankle is a peg to a swivel to a peg again, so you can do all of the movement pretty well. So give it a chance to actually go sidestep. Yeah, so overall in terms of articulation, she's pretty good, and she's sometimes willing to stand as well. It's rare actually, but the good thing is she does come with a stand which can peg to the leg. It's pretty small, but it's enough to actually add some stability to her. Another thing you can add is this, which is a wedge, which can be pegged onto the stand. So with that, you can come on. Yep, you can peg the leg in there, so you can do more dynamic poses with that, and she will still be able to stand pretty well. So she's a duel maid, so she needs some weapon. So here comes a weapon, the Assault Rod 3, and it's in pairs. But let's look at one of them. So as you can see, it's clear red plastic with a lot of silver plastic around it and gold application, which looks pretty nice. And a little gimmick, it can open and it will reveal another circular gem in the middle, which I'm guessing is the main power core of this weapon. Yeah, they are identical, and they do look pretty nice. They do have an extra gimmick. If you remove the handle on both of them, there is an extra piece here, which allows you to plug this side in and this side in, and the Assault Rod now combined. It's only got a tiny little peg hole here, unlike this one which got handles for the hand to hold. So in order for Carrera to hold, she has to take one of her fists off, and then with some difficulty push it in. Mind you, by doing that, the Assault Rod is actually mounted in really securely, and it looks pretty nice as well. Yeah, it's a pretty nice weapon. The one thing that the Duel Maid series seems to be really good at is actually making weapons. If you got a chance, go to Hobbyland Japan and have a look. Even if they are not available anymore, whether they've been discontinued, have a look at the picture. Some of the weapons do look very nice. In fact, I heard people that will actually buy the blind box set simply to actually get the weapon and give it to other figures. Talking about other figures, let's talk about scales. Here is a Figma Tiana Landstar. If you know the Figma series, Tiana is more or less the standard size for Figma, so it's a pretty good standard, I think. And as you can see, Tiana is taller than Carrera by probably a head, probably just less than a head. So their weapon can be pretty much swapped between each other. So it's a pretty good scale. Unfortunately, compared to Bushin Shinki, which is my favorite line for figures, she is way too small. So her weapon would, Carrera weapon would be really, really tiny. So we actually left halfway through about accessories. Actually, beside her Assault Rod here, there is also two sets of alternative weapon. I believe this is actually Assault Rod 1 or Assault Rod 2. And this is actually a leg-mounted weapon, which also looks like the assault rod as well. I never bothered to take them out because they look quite a bit lamer than Assault Rod 3, so I decided not to take them out at all. There's a lot of alternative fists. Some of them are closed fists, some of them are open hand, and some of them are gripping hand with a finger pointing forward. So they're mostly for holding gun-shaped weapon. Yeah, there's something like, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, I think there's 5 pairs of hand in there. Other than that, there's also an alternative face, which is not focusing. Yep, it's an angry face, so you can swap it from a neutral face for a more angry face. Other than that, there's also a alternative torso, which is required in order to use either one of these skirts. They look identical. Upon close inspection, this is the one where the clothes just drape down naturally, and this one looks like that is for dynamic, more dynamic poses because the skirt is slightly flying up. But to use this, you have to take Carrera completely apart, take her legs off the torso, take the skirts off, and swap them back on. It's a lot of hassle, so I'm not going to do it. There's also an alternative chest, which is completely wrong color, because currently her chest is metallic red, which goes with the ribbon on her back. While this is, dull pinkish red, which doesn't match anything at all. So yeah, this is basically it for a Duel Maid deluxe figure. So would I actually recommend this? Not anymore. Carrera has been on sale on Hobbyland Japan in multiple occasions for less than for 70% off or less. But ever since then, she does appear on sales every now and then, but no longer as good as it was. And I have to say, if you actually have to pay more than half price for it, I would suggest you to actually get something better, or just buy the blind, go for the trading figure set, because the quality is about the same, and you get a lot more with the trading figure. So that's about it for me. Join me in a few weeks' time.